Hi everyone, welcome to morning routine. We're going to go through our controlled articular rotations for each joint of the body. We're going to start with the neck, work our way down, rest of the spine, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles and toes. Today we're looking at finding a base, a foundation to move those joints around. So to do that, we need to find like a full body tension. So to take a big deep breath in, make fists at your sides, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your quads, hamstrings, grip the toes into the floor, roll those shoulders back and down. Try and squeeze each muscle in your body at like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% tension. And that's what we're going to be using as our foundation. Let that tension go. We'll start off with the neck, so take a big deep breath in, make those fists at your side, grip those toes, squeeze those glutes, ground that tension, roll those shoulders back and down, find 50% tension in your body here, and we're just moving the cervical spine or the neck, gently bringing that chin down to chest. Once we can't go any further, we're going to rotate to one shoulder. Then we're going to bring that chin ear over to that shoulder, start extending that neck, bring that chin all the way up to the ceiling, rotating over towards the other shoulder, and then bending forward or flexing that spine back to the start position, and then we're just going to reverse direction here. As we're doing this exercise, really focus on trying to keep your shoulders down so they don't come along for the ride. And you're trying to get as big a circle as you can, only moving the neck here. Think about slow, controlled, 1 kilometer an hour, each cervical spine moving independently of each other, trying to create as much movement, joint space as we can through here. Maintain tension, maintain that slow cadence. Try and not let those shoulders come along for the ride. We're just going to do a couple more left to right. Nice work. Now we're going to do the rest of the spine. So for the same exercise, I'm going to use a bit of a wider stance. We're looking at this section of the body here. Make a wide stance here, squeeze those glutes, start hugging yourself tight across the body, and we're going to slowly, piece by piece, start flexing the upper spine forward without folding at the hips. Once we can't go any further forward, we're going to do the same process. I'm going to rotate as much as I can, and then I'm going to start bringing that shoulder towards the hip, and then I'm going to start extending that spine vertebrae by vertebrae, going into extended position, and then I'm going to start folding towards the other side, coming back into that side flex, forward fold position. When I hit the center, change direction. Remember to maintain that tension throughout your whole body here, really focusing on just moving the spine, going from one direction to the other direction. Again, same slow cadence and tension throughout the whole movement here. Really keep those glutes squeezed the whole way through. We're just going to do a couple more left to right. Nice work. We're going to move on to the shoulders. So for the shoulders here, we're looking at all the range of motion. I'm going to start with my right arm. You can do whichever you other one. The opposite hand, make a fist at your side, palm facing forward. we're going to find that tension in our body, squeeze that core, squeeze those glutes, pull that pinky across your body. You're going to reach up to the tallest point here. Once you can't go any further, start rotating, so the thumb's going to rotate away from the body, and then we're going to start drawing that big circle. I'm continually rotating through my shoulder, so when I work my way all the way down to my hip, I finish with my pinky forward and my palm away. Then I'm going to reverse directions, push back, hit that block behind me, unrotate that arm, come all the way tall again, pinch across the body, come all the way to the start point, and then go back again. Imagine you're moving through a thick, dense air here. You're really going slow control. Can't emphasize that enough. Trying to feel all those corners of that range of motion of that joint. Again, I want at least compensation from the rest of the body. We're just moving that shoulder. I don't want to see people leaning over or moving around. We're just looking at that shoulder joint or that glenohumeral joint moving here. As you can see from a side view, I'm not leaning over. It just looks like a big circle. Nice. I'm going to switch arms. So again, start with your palm facing forward. We're going to pull that pinky across our body. We're going to reach up high, hit that tallest point. Once we can't go any further, rotate so that thumb's going to face away from you. Then start reaching back, keep rotating that arm. So when you come towards your side, you're going to finish pinky forward, palm away. And then we're going to push back, hit that back corner, unravel that arm, come all the way tall, pull across your body, come in for rep 2. Again, if you find any of these movements pinchy, painful, anything like that, use that as your barrier. That's where you're going to work close to, then back away a couple of degrees and just work that pain-free range of motion today. Nice work. We're going to go into our scapulars here. So for this, we're going to use our index finger. Imagine we have a pant line down the side of our leg. Try and keep your finger on that the whole time through here. So we have an elevated position, a depressed position, protracted, and retracted. Think of those as the 4 corners. We're trying to make a big circle all the way around and hitting each of those corners. So we're going to start off pulling the shoulders up towards our ears, then rotating them forward. Keep that tension, so as they're pushing forward, I'm pulling down to that depressed position. Then I'm going to retract those shoulder blades together, squeeze them tight, and pull them up high. Do that big circle. Try and keep your arms as straight as you can here. And then we're going to change direction. So we're hitting the tallest point, squeezing those shoulder blades together, pushing down, coming through there. Nice work. Elbows and wrists coming up next. I want you to try and keep the elbow pick facing forward the whole time, so we're not rotating in at the shoulder. This is just elbow movement here. Make 2 fists at the side. We're going to rotate so our fists are pointing out as far away as we can. Try and maintain that pushing away the whole time as we pull those fists up towards our shoulders. Then we're going to rotate and then push down. Again, imagine that dense, thick area in here. So we're going to rotate open or supinate, pull up, rotate, extend. Keep those fists pointing down. We're just going to reverse direction here. Pull up towards your shoulders, rotate, extend, rotate, flex. Keep your elbows, fists here. We're going to try and keep your palm of your wrist facing you the whole time. We're going to go through the wrists here. So what we're going to do here is pull those wrists together, extend those wrists so they're coming away, and then pull those thumbs apart as far as you can. Doing that big circle, get those wrists moving here. Lots of cracking, creaking, change directions. Nice work. We're going to go on just for one exercise for the spine, then we've got hips, knees, ankles, toes coming up. For this exercise, it's a segmental cat camel. So I want you to focus on that lower back, that lumbar spine, that upper back, the thoracic spine, and our neck here. We're trying to segment each section here. So I'm going to start from my lower lumbar spine, my waistband, then my mid lumbar spine, my belly button area, lower rib cage, mid rib cage, that chest line, upper chest, and then neck here. I'm going to start in a fully flexed position, so my chin to chest, my tail, a big arch here. Find tension in your body. Rotate that lower lumbar spine, that waistband coming down. Drop that belly button, lower rib cage, mid rib cage, chest come down. And then lastly, extend at the neck, look up high. Maintain that looking point you're looking at. Start from the waistband, rotate that waistband back. Belly button comes up, lower rib cage comes up. Chest starts to flex here, coming all the way into that angry cat position. Then that chin comes to chest. We're just going to repeat this one more time. Waistband, belly button, lower rib cage, chest comes down, extend at the neck, and then reverse. Nice, we're going to go onto our hips here. Find that neutral spine position. I'm going to start with my right leg. We're going to go for that big circle in what is known as a quadruped position here. So I'm taking a big breath in. I'm trying to imagine balancing a glass of water on my low back, so I'm not rotating open. I'm just going to use my hip. Big breath in, pack that air down. Knees going to come up towards my chest. Then I'm going to abduct out to the side. Once I can't go any further, I'm going to try and keep my knee out there while I rotate my heel up to the ceiling, extend, come all the way around, come back to the start position, then reverse directions here. Pulling my knee all the way up to my shoulder, coming all the way around, back to the start position, change direction. Really focus on trying to balance that glass of water on your low back. Just explore that hip range of motion here. Lots of people will have those pinchy points, hip issues. That's just something we need to work on a little bit more. We're just going to just warm that joint up today. Change legs. Breath in, pack that core down. Almost try and rotate your hands here to create more tension for the rest of your body. Find that neutral spine position. Knee comes up to chest, abducts out to the side. Rotate that heel up to the ceiling. Extend that hip. Come back to the start position. Then reverse. Keep that slow cadence, 1 kilometer an hour. Get that hip to move through that. As we're going through here, just kind of imagine you're like an awkward dog trying to pee out to the side. Get that hip moving slow. Nice. Next up, we've got our knees, ankles, then toes. So for this exercise, I want you just to feel below the kneecap. There's a bony little prominence here. It's called arterial tuberosity. I want you to pull your toe towards your shin. Keep that thigh engaged there so we're not opening at the hip. I want you to rotate that toe out so you can feel that bony part externally rotate, and then internally rotate so it rotates in. We're just looking at knee rotation here, trying to block that hip. You could also feel behind the knee. You feel those two tendons. You've got your medial hamstring and your lateral hamstring. You can rotate and see how one engages on one side, then the other engages on this side as we go back and forth. We're going to hook that outside arm under, headlock that knee in. If you don't quite have this grip, you can just grab behind. From here, I'm looking down my knee and seeing that line. So I'm pulling my toe towards my body. I'm rotating so my toes are pointing as far out as I can. As I extend up just before lockout, rotate that toe in, pull your heel to bum, rotate out, extend that. Nice, we're going to change direction, so I'm going to keep my toe pointing across my body here. I'm going to extend up, rotate out, pull my heel in. So as you're going through this, you're constantly trying to create more and more movement. So I'm always trying to push those ranges. I'm trying to push across as much as I can. I'm trying to rotate the whole way as I extend, and this time I'm trying to externally rotate as I flex towards my bum. Nice work. Change legs. So again, I'm going to pull that toe to shin. I'm going to hook that outside arm under, headlock my knee in here. I'm externally rotating, so my toes pointing away from my body. Constantly pushing as I extend up tall, rotate in, pull that heel to bum, rotate out, extend just before lockout, or for the end range of your motion there, coming all the way back. Keep that toe pointing across your body. We're going to change directions here. Nice work. Ankles here. So imagine you've got that line down your leg. You're just moving, trying to keep that line straight the whole time, not rotating out from the hip or in. Also try and block that knee here. I'm going to block my hip here from here. I've got that line down my shin. I'm going to gas pedal my toe down. Then I'm going to drag my toe on the inside, pull all the way up towards my nose, rotate, gas pedal down. So I'm rotating towards the inside, pulling that toe all the way up to my nose, rotating across, gas pedaling down. Just going to do one more rep on this side, then we're going to change direction here. Try and make this as smooth a circle as you can. Again, going that slow 1 kilometer an hour. Nice, change legs. Block that hip. Try and keep that knee locked as much as you can as well. Gas pedal that toe down. Drag on the inside, pull all the way up to your nose, rotate across, extend, come all the way around again. Change direction. Nice. Lastly, we're going to move on to our toes here. So what we're looking at is that big toe and those outside 4 toes. Push those outside 4 toes down and then just lift that big toe up as high as you can. Then slowly drop that big toe down. Lift up, slowly down. Some of you might find this an easy exercise. Some of you might find that difficulty trying to separate those toes. Now plant that big toe down and lift and try and separate, try and spread those outside toes apart. Slowly down. Lift, slowly down. Try and imagine keeping the base of the big toe, base of the little toe, and base of the heel in contact with the ground the whole time. So we're not rotating in, we're not rotating out there. We're going to lift all those toes up this time. Keep the outside 4 toes up as we slowly tap the big toe down. Lift up, slowly down. Lift up, slowly down. Now we're going to go with that outside, that 5th toe. Try and push out as far as you can. Like toe 5, toe 4, toe 3, toe 4, toe 5. Lift up, toe 5, toe 4, toe 3, toe 1. Lift up. Thank you. That's every joint of the body. It's a good exercise to try and do every day, just to see where your range of motion is. If you have any questions, comment, please reach out to me. I'll be happy to answer them for you. Stay safe.